Good morning, guys. I have some sales to show you, only 5, but one of them is so unbelievable I have to show you. I'll just start with that one because it's crazy, okay? This just proves that, you know, you can't count yourself out. You're walking around the Goodwill or thrift store, whatever, you're not finding anything like I had been this day. I didn't get anything that I thought was fantastic, some bread and butter, whatever's, probably had some shoes, you know. And then I was leaving, I was looking at the new cart. You know, every time they bring out a new cart, that's where you want to be. Nobody has seen that stuff yet, okay? When I hear the wheels going, you know, I'm ditching everybody and running over there, okay? Sometimes I'll just park in front of the door with my cart and just wait till they come out, and then I'll follow them. Not in like a creepy way, not in a rude way. I won't bother them, but I will just, oh, I'm looking at this now. I'll just follow behind them till they place the cart down. And as soon as they leave, then I run over. And everybody does. So, you know, now you're fighting against however many people saw the cart come out, and that's fine because I'll slip my little hand in there. Grab, oh, a Doc Martin, thank you. Pink. Oh, is that some Red Wings? Pink. So, you know, you've come to find that everybody at Goodwill is reselling, but everybody's selling different stuff. A lot of people are there looking for antiques. I don't have a lot of competition in the shoe game. Not a lot of people are after the shoes. So, like one time we went, I think on, it was like a holiday. Me and my husband, my whole family went. New cart comes out. Everybody's fighting over it, but they literally leave the most unbelievable shoes. There's a pair of Red Wings. I sold those for, because they're just beat like work boots, whatever. Okay, Morgan Wallen. I grabbed those, sold for 100 within a couple days, and I only spent 10 on them. They just look like raggedy boots, but Red Wings can be up to friggin' $600-700, I think. So people want them, even in beat condition. You're a man. You're beating your boots to the ground anyway. So if they're a little dirty or they have some wear on them, they're going to get dirty and have wear on them if you're working, right? So people don't see what I see, and I don't see what other people see because I don't know anything about antiques and stuff like that, and like glasswares and things. Some of that stuff goes for hundreds of dollars. I don't know anything about it. So, you know, we're all fighting over the stuff, but I find that when I stick with shoes, I'm usually the one getting all the good shoes because that's not what people are dealing with. Shoes are hard to clean. They are hard to store, okay? 90% of my attic is shoes because I could have 200 dresses in one gigantic bin. I can only fit 15 shoes in one bin. So I have 20 bins up there of shoes, assorted shoes. So they're hard to store. They fall apart over time. They get dry rot, especially in where I have them. It's hot as the dickens. So I'm gonna have to go through them and bend. You must do the bend test on all of your shoes, okay? These are some cowboy boots. See this rubber bottom? This stuff deteriorates. A lot of the materials, a lot of brands, Dansko, Merrill, Keen, all these shoes. LL Bean is really famous for this. I've gotten a couple returns because of this, where the shoe looks great, and then as soon as you put it on, the sole deteriorates. And like one lady said, listen, I was walking around the block in the shoe. By the time I got home, there was nothing left. I was barefoot. And, you know, they look perfect when you send them out, but as soon as you put pressure on them, they crumble to bits, okay? So this is something we do before we send our shoes out, is you bend them. You bend them and try to crack them, because sometimes I'll do it and then, you know, it's rare that it happens, but it happens enough. I've gotten probably over the last year 3 shoes that this happened to, and I've found myself before shipping out. Sometimes I'll buy them from the Goodwill or wherever and be real excited about them, and then when I go to photograph them, I bend them and they crack, and then I'm like, well, there goes $10 right there or whatever. But it's always the favorite brands too. It's always your favorite one. Anywho, what was I talking about? Okay, this is the point. All right, I was walking around, I got my basic whatever, same shoes I always get, probably had a cart full of stuff, but I'm not always super happy with the cart. If there's no real bangers in there, a bunch of stuff that's going up for $100 or better, then I'm bummed out, okay? But I am leaving, a new cart comes out, guess what? I look over there, never heard of these in my life, but I saw this brand, this tag, and I'm like, well, that's interesting. If tags look expensive, they might be, okay? Big, you know, people that are selling their clothing for hundreds of dollars, they're gonna put, you know, look, it just looks interesting. So I looked it up. When I first started thrifting, I had to look up thousands of tags, every single, I'm scrolling through to the aisle, whatever. I'm breezing through, what am I doing? Oh, I'm going through, you know, a rack of clothes. I have to look up almost every brand and see if it's good and see what the comps pull up when I started, okay? Now I only have to do it once in a while. Now I have a lot of brands that I know are good, and that's what I'm picking up. If I see something cool or interesting, then I have to do my Google lens and do further investigation about it, or I'll just type it into eBay and get comps. But, okay, I see this thing. I look it up, I almost passed away, okay? They're just corduroy pants, just corduroys. They're women's, a little barrel leg action. You know, you wanna pick up barrel leg and wide leg all day. You see skinny jeans, I don't care if they're Mother, I don't care if they're the most expensive brands, you leave them alone. Leave them alone. They don't sell, they will sit forever. You want wide leg, you want barrel leg, you want baggy, dad, mom, okay? This is the style now, this is what people are looking for. Anywho, corduroy, yes. All day, people want the corduroy. They sell very quickly for me, even like whatever brands, like Talbot's or whatever. These things are insane. I just knew by looking at them that they were cool. They were $6. I would have grabbed them for $6 and sold them for $25. But I look them up, they go for hundreds of dollars, okay? I get them home. I had them listed for $200. My phone's going off all day with likers and watchers on these things. I don't know what this brand is. Nilly Lowton, New York. I don't know, Nilly Lowton. Never heard of it. But I thought the tag looked cool. I took a chance, looked it up. Boom, there's my banger right there. Put him in my cart. Listed him for $200 for a couple months. Someone actually bought them. And later that day returned them or just canceled the order because they said, oh, I didn't realize those were corduroy. Maybe I'll buy them again when it gets warm out again. So whatever, girl, you could do that. I sold them for $125 yesterday. $125. I spent $6. They're in perfect condition. They didn't even need to be lint rolled. They're so beautiful. So this just goes to show you gotta trust your gut when you're walking around. You see something sticking out, you check it out. Hit it with a picture and just see. And don't go by, you know, the first thing you see on your Google Lens. You go to Google Lens, you get the name of the thing, you copy and paste that into eBay, and then that's where your real comps are. And you don't just look at what people list for, you look at sold comps only, because people could list stuff for a lot of money all day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean someone's gonna buy it for that. You look at the sold comps, that'll show you comps from the last 3 months of what people bought that actual thing for. You have to pay attention to the sizing, okay? It's very hard to sell 0s and 2s and extra smalls in women's clothing. It's very hard. I have better luck with small men's clothes, honestly. I mean, people are buying clothes for their big boys that are men's small, but for some reason, and I have so many of them because I go to the thrift store and then I'll find these amazing brands, Faraday or whatever them expensive brands are, and I'll get them all home and then realize, oh wait, these are all extra small. I'm like, it's okay, they're amazing, they're silk, they're beautiful, somebody's gonna buy them anyway. No, they won't. I have an entire bin up there of dresses, the best brands, the most amazing stuff, sitting and sitting and sitting. Doesn't matter how much I lower the price, nobody's buying them, you know? This is a tip for if you're extra small, guess what? You can send the lowest offer possible on an item, okay? I've had a Lily Pulitzer dress for over a year. I thought it would fly out the door. It's like a 2 or something. No, nobody wants it. And the extra small girlies, they know if they shop online that they can get this stuff so cheap because we gotta let it go. Nobody wants it. It sits forever, you know? Anyway, another cool one. These are some floral Vans, if you can see that. Last season, I forget when it was, at least 6 months ago, I went to Kohl's. We're gonna talk some retail arbitrage. I went to Kohl's, they were having a half off clearance sale. They do this periodically through the year, maybe 3-4 times even. I thought it was twice, but we just saw another one. Anyway, at the end of the season, they'll have these half off clearance, so this stuff's already marked down. Now it's half off of the markdown price, right? Usually it's still big flops. They still want too much. They're still asking $50 for their Nikes, okay? But for some reason on this specific time, they had their prices marked down so low. I must have got 70 pairs of sneakers at least. I went probably 7 times. Every time I'd go, I'd fill my entire trunk. So I really should have kept better record. I mean, it's all in my book, but I didn't specifically write down the Kohl's stuff. It's somewhere so that I can keep track. But anyways, I probably had 70 items, let's say. I only have 10 left. And like these Vans, I think I got for 12 bucks. I sold them for 40. Now I got a ton of these. This was in the beginning of the spring because I got a ton of Converses with floral and Vans with floral. I got probably 10 or 15 pairs of just the floral ones, right? They flew off the shelves. I took a chance on them. I didn't know. These are things that are hard to look at comps with the different, and really Vans and Converses, that's something that you really don't want to focus on. I did in the beginning. There's not a lot there. You're gonna pay up for them. Even at the Goodwill, they want $10 for their, you know, in the beginning I was selling platform Converse. I'd grab every single one, clean them, soak them. If they were white, get them like crazy white again, clean them forever, buy them for 10, sell them for 30. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is not what you want to be doing. All that work and you're walking away with $10, like no. But that's where my brain went in the beginning. Ooh, platform Converse, they're selling so quick. I just wanted to sell stuff. I just wanted stuff to move. So that $10, like that meant a lot to me. I was very excited for those sales. But now when I'm, you know, all the work you're putting in, it's not worth it, right? So anyways, I got like little kid, all the ones I have left, by the way, are little kid ones. I got dingo cowboy boots. They were purple, Hello Dollies. I got those for 12, sold for 95. I got a lot of Nikes. The Nikes I probably paid 20 for and then sold for 50. And even that's not great. You're still barely getting $20 off the sale. But anyways, say I had 70 things. I'm making 20 bucks at least off of each one. Some of them I made more. I got some sick work boots for friggin' $6. Sold those for 70, like AdTech or something. So all in all, this was fun for me because here now I'm getting 70 things. They're brand new. They're in the box. I took photos. I probably got them photoed and listed within days. 3 days or something. Some of them were the same. Then you could just put quantity 3. That's not 3 whole listings you got to sit there and do. Listings take forever, forever. If you can get the same thing, oh my gosh, it's such a time saver, you know? So anyway, sometimes it just hits. I got really cool stuff. I said I probably had friggin' 70 pieces. I think I only have 10 left up there, and that was in 6 months. I made hundreds and hundreds of dollars off of that. It was so easy, no cleaning, no BS. That thing is perfect. There's no extra item descriptions. It's just brand new in the box, take it. So that was great. But then I'll do some, I have a whole Croc bin of brand new Crocs, okay? I get the platforms, the cool ones. One of my first sales was a pair of Crocs, a special edition, and I got them for $1. They were brand new from the thrift, and they were platform, and they had flowers all over and daisies. I sold them for 150 bucks. That was my biggest sale back then. I was just through the friggin' roof about it. And then that got me on a Croc thing. So I started doing retail arbitrage, you know, picking up all the Crocs. I'd get the funky platforms, the big, huge sizes. I have good luck selling size 15 shoes. People can't find them in the store. People with big old 15 feet. Size 14's great. I sold a pair of New Balance. I sold a pair of New Balance hiking shoes. They were a size 17. And they sold within a week or two for like 85 bucks. They were used, but they looked brand new, so they were like new or whatever. I mean, I have really good luck with that. So I have a bunch of huge Crocs. I have a bunch of special ones. I got these Croc loafers that had leopard on them. They all sold immediately. People loved those. But then I still have a whole box of them. So we're gonna stay with, they're called the Crush, the big platform ones. I sold one for 150, so I'm like, ooh, I'm picking up all the Crushes. No, one of them sat for a year, and then the other ones are still sitting around. I might just wear them myself because I love a Croc, okay? I wear Crocs every day. If you ain't crocking, you ain't rocking, baby, all right? So anyway, that's some men's theory pants. We love Y2K. We pick up all Y2K, okay? This one, I don't even remember this brand, Heart. I don't remember it, but I knew it was Y2K. All right, only got 14 bucks for it, but man, if you can find the Abercrombie & Fitch little tops that we used to wear when we were in middle school, or anything Hollister or Abercrombie & Fitch from when, 2000 era. Oh my gosh. They go for so much money. I sold an old Hollister hoodie. Imagine the ones we used to wear in friggin' 7th, 8th grade. I sold for 50 bucks in a day. People just want these old things that we used to wear. So anyway, this one wasn't a killer, but it's not, necessarily the brands that people are looking for, but Y2K is... You gotta do your research, man. See what people, and honestly, I don't find it a lot. I really don't, because everybody knows about it. And my last one is a beautiful Ralph Lauren. Okay, wool blend, corduroy. This sat for a while too, but it's gorgeous, people. Come on. It's lovely. I think I got 40 for it. Well, now I just messed it all up. Okay. So, anyways, that's my sales for today. That's all I got. Only 5. Nothing special, but anyway. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Go over to my YouTube and subscribe over there. I'll subscribe to the Facebook page, Molly Smiles Shops. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching me ramble on and on and on and on about clothing and reselling, because I love it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.